Hello, I'm feeling a tiny bit better, so I actually feel like cooking today. I really miss cooking. So today I'm gonna try a new recipe. It is a recipe for a meatloaf. I got this recipe from a cookbook that I got at a thrift store, and it was from the First United Methodist Church in the town next door to mine. So I figured it had to be pretty good if it came from the Methodists. Methodists and Baptists know how to do potlucks. So now what stuck out to me about this particular recipe, it's a recipe for a meatloaf. It's called Sweet and Sour Meatloaf by Miss Arlene. Okay, so Miss Arlene submitted this, but the funny thing that stood out to me was that this exact recipe was also submitted by Mr. Brett, Miss Jane, Miss Sandra, and Miss Sherry. So if you have all those other people submitting this meatloaf recipe for the church cookbook, it has to be a pretty good meatloaf recipe. So I'm gonna try it. I usually like my own meatloaf, like I have my own system, my own way of making it, but I thought, well, if all these other people submitted the exact same recipe, if they really liked Miss Arlene's meatloaf recipe, I think it's worth a try. So we're gonna try Miss Arlene's meatloaf from the First United Methodist Church in the town next door. Okay, first we're gonna beat an egg. And add 1 pound hamburger that I over microwaved. Okay, 1 cup of breadcrumbs. And I usually do not use breadcrumbs for my meatloaf. I actually use real bread, so this is kind of weird for me, but I'm gonna trust Miss Arlene on this. 1.5 teaspoons of salt. Now, I can already tell you where Miss Arlene has already lost me with this recipe, okay? She does not list any pepper. There's no pepper in her recipe, and that is not okay with me. That's okay. There we go. I fixed it. Next, we also need 1/2 can of an 8-ounce can of tomato sauce, which is interesting. Is that half? Yeah, okay. Call that good. Okay, and then we just mix it all together. Her recipe also called for an onion, and I'm actually out of onion. I haven't been to the grocery store yet because I've been sick. So, no onion, so I'm just gonna do onion powder and call it good. I am ready to get feeling better and just getting my life back in order. I need to go grocery shopping. Okay, I'm not for sure about this topping, but we're following Miss Arlene's recipe. So we're gonna do the rest of the tomato sauce, 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, and then she wants 2 tablespoons of mustard. That's a lot. I don't know about this. Okay. We're gonna give it a try. Trying new things. A lot of people apparently really liked her recipe, so we'll see. Okay, and then we need 2 tablespoons of vinegar. So we are essentially making a homemade ketchup. Okay, I don't know about this. Then the recipe also calls for 1/2 cup of water. I don't know, okay, but I'm gonna do it. Okay, I don't know about this. Okay, well, here we go. And it says to just put it in a bread loaf. Okay, so there's my meatloaf, and to just pour this on top. Oh my, oh my, okay, well, okay. Doesn't look like anything that I make, but okay. We're gonna give it a try. So I have a feeling that Miss Arlene is no longer with us on this earthly plane because this cookbook is from 1995. So with a name like Miss Arlene, I have a feeling she was probably an old lady when this book was published. So God bless you, Miss Arlene. I'm really looking forward to trying the recipe. I have a feeling that Miss Arlene had to have been known as the Meatloaf Lady. You know, every church, I think, when it comes to potlucks, I don't know about other churches, but like I was raised Methodist and then I switched to Baptist when I got older. And so now I'm at a Baptist church. And the Baptist and the Methodist, they're all about the potlucks, right? Like we like to have a good potluck. If you're a woman who cooks for the potluck, you're known for something, right? Like Miss Arlene obviously was the Meatloaf Lady for the First United Methodist Church of Blue Springs. I'm actually known as the Pinwheel Lady at my church, so that's really nice. I feel like that's a good honor. That's something good to be known for, or my pinwheels. So yeah, God bless you, Miss Arlene. Hope you're having a great time in glory. I'm having a bad day, so I hope that your meatloaf cheers me up. Okay, moment of truth. That's the worst meatloaf I've ever had. I take back what I said. It's not the absolute worst meatloaf I've ever had. The thing is, the topping is what makes it kind of strange. It's a little too tangy, but the meatloaf part itself is actually very good. So I think next time I'll just make the meatloaf part and then I'll just do my regular topping that I usually do. So yeah.